Pero ganito na lang kasi, yung Quadcom na yan, why don't they just subpoena the former president and require his appearance before them? Ang dami rin nila kasing cheche boreche, ang dami rin nila kasing cheche boreche na invite, not invite, invite, not invite. Subpoena nyo na lang. And then pag nandiyan na sa harap ninyo, then get the information that you want to get. And I hope that your proceedings will be more perfect than ours.
Alright mga idolo, welcome back to my channel. So for today's vlog mga idols, ito, pakinggan natin yung ginawang panayam ni Miss Karen Davila dito kay Senador Coco Pimentel mga idol, regarding pa rin to sa sa ginawa niyang Senate hearing, no? Regarding war on drugs ni Pangulong Duterte mga idol, ni Tatay Diggs. Kasi mga idol, binabati ko siya ni Congressman Abante o itong Quadcom mga idol sa ginawa niyang pamumuno dito sa Senate hearing nga mga idol. Dahil nga bakit daw mas pinayagan niyang magsalita si Pangulong Duterte sa dami ng resource person na nandun mga idol na dumalo, di ba? So yun, hindi sila makamove on mga idol eh. Kasi di ba, talagang grabe yung ginawang banat ni Tatay Diggs doon, di ba? So ito mga idol, pakinggan natin.
All right. So I want your reaction. Let's start first with representatives from the House Quad Committee, specifically Representative Abante and Representative Dan Fernandez, criticizing how the Senate hearing was conducted. And
so yun mga idolo, nakita nyo naman. Kinikriticize siya mga idol nitong dalawa ni Kong Abante tsaka ni Congressman Dan Fernandez, no? Dahil nga si ginawa niyang dahil nga si ginawa niyang pamumuno dito sa nangyaring Senate hearing mga idol, hindi talaga sila makamubon dito.
you heard Representative Abante stating that, in effect, Duterte was given so much leeway, right? In effect, there was a compromise in the hearings that his allies were allowed to take over. Let's start with that, Senator.
Well, number one, the so-called allies really outnumbered let's label the other side, the non-allies. The allies outnumbered the non-allies in a majority ruled proceeding. Then the majority has the advantage. So yun. And then pagdating siguro sa given too much leeway, because former President Duterte became the star personality there, because we were also supposed to share the time, the limelight, with Garma, Leonardo, and the victim families, and even Kerwin Espinosa. Ganun sana yun eh. Parang in my mind, there were really five compartments or five segments. So President Duterte, Garma, Leonardo, victim families, and Espinosa. So what happened? Wala yung tatlo. So the time allotted, supposed to have been given to the three who were absent, I just decided to let the former president just get this time, because
so di ba yun yung reason mga idol, absent kasi yung tatlo, no? So kaya niya pinagbigyan na magsalita si Pangulong Duterte, no? Tsaka respeto na rin syempre former president yan mga idol, di ba? Tapos umattend pa yan dyan, di ba? Yun ang inaano nila ron, di ba? Respeto sa dating Pangulo, mga idol. Hindi ko mga idol maintindihan kung bakit yung mga kongresista na to, mga idol, binabatikos ang isang senador sa ginawang pamumuno sa Senate hearing, mga idol. Samantalang yung ginagawa nila sa Quadcom, mga idol, malala. Pero hindi naman sila binabatikos sa totoo lang, mga idol, mas mataas ang Senado, di ba? Kaysa sa kongresista, di ba? So, yun.
Yung iba kasi like yung sila Senator Laila de Lima, nag-commit naman sila that they can attend the subsequent hearings. Attorney Shell Jokno, Attorney Father Flavi, and the victims, they can attend in the next hearings. So I just took advantage, naging practical lang po ako na andyan sa harap namin yung isang former president na actually sabi nila first time daw nag-appear ang isang former president sa Senate hearing. So it must be a rare occasion and very difficult to invite a former president to keep on coming back. So ganun po nangyari yun. So we just took advantage. So gave him time. Pero may time limit pa rin because we all had our prior commitments that day. So we also had to stop the hearing at.
Okay, I think let's get specific here. Would you have done anything differently? It seems that the criticism of these representatives is how you conducted the hearing. Yun ang una kong tanong ko. Should you have been tougher on the former president? Should you have interrupted him? What do you think, Senator?
Siguro yung number one is probably tama si Senate President Chis Escudero that I got desensitized about the cursing. And by his, I saw an interview na he counted the curse words around, sabi niya 21. And I only intended to allow one. So nalusutan po ako ng 20. So yun po, isa yun. Pero yung rambling, kunyari the witness is rambling, I'll give some allowance na. I give some allowance because we want to get as much information from this person as possible. So let him testify freely according to his style and not unnecessarily interrupt him. So yun siguro pero nang tapos pansin natin that's not only the rambling but also the repetition. So pinayagan ko na rin yun because nag-extend din naman kasi ako ng mga around 2 hours. So binigay ko na po sa kanya yung 2 hours na yun.
Okay, let's talk about that. Do you believe the president was rambling? Or frankly speaking, by letting him speak, he put himself in trouble?
As the person who will write the draft of the committee report, so I want to ask for understanding that I cannot yet right now reveal all of my thoughts, all of my reactions kasi isusulat ko po 'yan. Basta what has happened is that the testimony was under oath. Therefore, those of us who will now go over the testimony because we have the obligation to write a report and recommend something, we will treat all of his statements as serious statements. Unless he qualified the sentence as the following sentence is a joke, then we will really treat it like a joke. But if it's not qualified as a joke, that is an under oath statement. So dadaanan po namin yun. And even if let us say the sentence is about this subject matter and then the second sentence negates or contradicts the first.
What do you make of Representative Abante criticizing you?
Yon.
How you conducted yourself? When, let's face it, you and other colleagues don't criticize the lower house, or now they conduct their own hearings.
Ako nga, actually, I have refrained from commenting on how Quadcom conducts its hearings.
Ayan na mga idol.
Siguro, I will just allow that as a constituent Abante. Siguro ganun na lang. I will just accept his criticism because he is also my constituent.
Depende nga sabi ko sa inyo mga idol. Yung mga kongresista, hindi mapakali, di ba? Kasi hindi nila ano yung pangulo, hindi nila madiin eh. Kaya parang alam mo yung asar-talo sila sa nangyaring Senate hearing, no? Kaya grabe yung ginagawa nilang batikos dito kaya Senador Coco Pimentel. Samantalang itong mga idol, mga senador, hindi naman hindi naman nagki-criticize no dun sa ginagawa ng Quadcom kung paano yung mga ginagawa nila sa sa Kongreso, di ba? Na pag-hearing, no? Kaya yun mga idol, di natin maano yun ito.
Di ba, national yung constituency namin eh. So, he is my constituent, our constituent. So,
yan, di ba?
To criticize us. Pero ganito na lang kasi, yung Quadcom na yan, why don't they just subpoena the former president? And
yun, mga idol, di ba? Kasi hindi nila mapadalo yung yung si Tatay Diggs din sa Kongreso, di ba? Subpoena nila, di ba? para gawin nila, para mapa-attend nila si Tatay Diggs, no? Para makita nila kung paano sila durugin sa Kongreso. 'Di ba? Yun ang malupit doon, mga idol.
Require his appearance before them. Ang dami rin nila kasing cheche boreche na invite, not invite, invite, not invite. Sabi
O, 'di ba? Apakadami nyo kasing cheche boreche diyan sa Kongreso, mga idol. O, di yari kayo ngayon kay Coco Pimentel, kay Senador Coco Pimentel, 'di ba? Puro kayo cheche boreche.
nyo na lang, and then pag nandiyan na sa harap ninyo, then get the information that you want to get, and I hope that your proceedings will be more perfect than ours.
Yon.
Okay, so I want
Yun
to
ang maganda
ask
ron,
you
mga
this.
idol.
You have Representative Robert Ace Barbers now saying that Duterte didn't look like he was of frail health when he attended the Senate probe. And he said that he was hoping that Duterte would show up at the next Quadcom hearing. Ang tanong ko, if the Quadcom subpoenas the former president and he refuses to appear, given he is a former president, can you actually cite him in contempt or have him arrested? Is that allowed?
House
Ayun naman.
rules, can we ask them about their house rules?
Ayun ang magandang tanong doon, mga idol, 'di ba? Pagka si Pangulong Duterte, no, sinabina at hindi umattend, yun yung malalaman natin kung ano yung pwede nilang gawin na legal na proseso, 'di ba? Alright.
Okay.
Pero let
So
me-
magkaiba yun.
Let me explain the subcommittee's rule. Kasi I am not an ordinary committee, I'm just a subcommittee. Actually, the subcommittee has been deprived of the power to cite in contempt. Because that's the section 20 of our rule. So, siguro yun, doon lang yung mga tao na nakita nila na
Naguguluhan.
committee hearing ito sa Quadcom, ang bilis ng trigger happy sila ron sa pagdating sa
Yun pa yun, mga idol, sa Quadcom, narinig nyo, trigger happy sila ron. Di ba? Kasi grabe sila, mga idol. Pagka gusto nila pa-contempt agad, kita nyo naman kung gaano na ang dami na contempt doon, mga idol, sa Kongreso, no? Sa ginagawa nilang hearing doon, mga idol, sa Quadcom na yan, mga idol. Di ba? Kaya kita mo, narinig mo, mga idol, trigger happy. Kumbaga parang hindi ko man masabi, pero parang ang ibig sabihin is parang ang bilis nila mag-decide, no? Kumbaga sa
contempt puno na yata ngayon detention center nila. Puno na. May overflow na sa
Yeah.
Women's Correctional, sa Bilibid ba, or what, sa Quezon City Jail. So meron
diba?
silang power to cite in contempt, and they've been
napakadami nilang kinontempt, mga idol.
freely been citing, generously been citing people in contempt. The regular committees ng Senate, meron din power to cite in contempt, but a subcommittee, wala.
Okay. So do you think this is one of the reasons why you have critics saying Duterte called the shots? He took control of the Senate subcommittee. Do you think that was true? And do you think it's because it was a subcommittee?
No, hindi naman. Even if I had the power to cite in contempt, the question is, would I have exercised the power? I don't think that we have crossed any line to have cited the former president in contempt, di ba? I mean, at saka you do not do that unnecessarily kasi that's why it's a hearing before a legislative body. You know that there is some politics involved. Sometimes the person would want to be cited in contempt, hindi ba? So, ingat din tayo. We don't give in to the plan or to the desire of that person. So but at any rate, that subcommittee has no power to cite in contempt. The point is, okay, the plan was to end at 4 o'clock. We ended at around 7 o'clock. So we had three extra hours. Garma was not there. Leonardo was not there. Espinosa was not there. So we give it to this witness who rarely makes public appearances or official appearances before government bodies. Let's give it to him. Okay, salita na salita. Okay, pero ang ano doon is ang iba kasi na paulit-ulit, siguro mga 3 to 4 times na sabi. Pero okay, let us, because that is also valuable for us investigators to see kung consistent ba yung, even if you repeat something, are you consistently repeating something? So, we will now be convinced that, okay, this is really his stand on this particular issue because he stated it 3 times and the statement is really perfectly the same. So that may value din po lahat yun. But we could have ended it actually 2 hours earlier. Pero since my next commitment got also moved, so that means I had time. So I allowed it. Nandun na siya, sayang.
But no, I wanted to ask you what you thought when Duterte said, yang mga yan, yung nakaupo dyan, yung commander na yan, mga commander yan ng Davao Death Squad. Yan si Bato, Davao Death Squad yan.
Kaya nga, in fairness to them, ang natural reaction ko tinignan ko sila kung sino magre-react They were so timid walang tagtaas ng kamay. So ang ginawa ko, initiative ko, tinanong ko sila, do you want to react? Kasi, I mean, you are really put in a bad light. I mean,
Ito mga idol, tinanong din niya to kay tinanong din to ni Miss Karen Davila kay Senador Bato de la Rosa nung na-interview niya. Same question mga idol kasi kung may kita mo naman mga idol yung mukha ni Tatay Diggs doon is mukha naman talaga nagjo-joke na sinabi niya, ayan, si lahat ng naging PNP chief niya dun sa Davao is sinasabi niyang, yan, lahat yan, naging leader ng death squad yan, di ba? Parang ganun. So, nasa atin na yun kung paano natin papaniwalaan, di ba? Nasa Senado na yun, mga idol, kung ano yung gagawin nilang action sa ganun, di ba?
should react. But since they did not want to react, I required them to react. Oh, yung iba, okay lang, parang binabrush aside lang nila. But look, si Catalino Cuy, when I gave him the chance, sabi niya, I'm glad I'm given this chance because it's not, I do not confirm that. That because I think once upon a time, that was also linked to him and it affected his career. Yan ang point niya. I think that was the gist of his input.
Oo. And then
So,
I interviewed Senator Bato de la Rosa on Head Start last week, and he categorically just denied. He said, hindi ako naging miyembro ng Davao Death Squad, pero hayaan na lang daw magsalita si Duterte. Ganun daw yun, nagbibiro lang.
Okay, at least may nagsabi ng gano'n. Pero if we look at just the words of the witness or the resource persons, hindi niya sinabi yun. So nasa sa amin na yun. Those who will now go
Yun nga,
over
diba? Yun
come up with conclusions and write the draft subcommittee report, nasa sa amin yun. Will we believe, how
Yan,
much
mga idol.
weight or belief will we put on this statement? Will we treat this as a joke? Na hindi naman niya sinabing joke, ibang tao ang nagsabi ng joke, hindi siya. So who 'di ba, what is the qualification of a third party saying that the person speaking is joking?
Yeah. So now, I want to ask,
So yun nga, 'di ba? Syempre mga idol, pag hindi mo kilala si Tatay Diggs, 'di ba? Yan ang may isip mo talaga kasi nga yung mga pulis na to talagang naging parang dikit no ni Tatay Diggs sa Davao, parang ganoon ang nangyari. Kaya kilala nila mga idol, alam nilang nagjo-joke. Syempre pero tong mga idol, syempre Senado 'yan. Sila ang magde-decide yan mga idol kung ano yung gagawin nilang action, 'di ba? So yun mga idol.
you about
Joking.
yeah. So now I want to ask you about Police Officer Grijalde. Police
Grijaldo.
Officer Grijaldo,
Yeah.
who had an assigned affidavit, read it in the Senate, and said essentially that Representative Abante and Representative Dan Fernandez spoke with him privately and said, ipinakita, ayan, ito yung testimony ni Garma, yan ang sasabihin mo, yan ang sasabihin mo. And Abante saying, oh, ilang taon ka pa ba sa PNP? Baka mag-general ka. So in effect, he said in the Senate, wala siyang alam sa reward system, pero kumbaga na-pressure siya doon sa Quad Committee. Kaya sinabi niya, yes, may reward system. What do you make of
Ito yung issue mga idol na isang pulis no nagsalita laban dong sa dalawang kongresista. Ito nga si ito nga si Congressman Abante at to si Congressman Dan Fernandez no. Itinuro sila mga idol na parang sinasabihan siya na na parang magsalita nung, alam, pinipilit magsalita. 'Di ba, binibigyan ng script, no? Yun yung naging issue ngayon sa dalawang kongresista na to, mga idol, 'di ba? Kaya sila nagte-trending ngayon.
That testimony.
No. Si Grijaldo, I think, did not confirm the reward system. He did not confirm. Tinanong ko siya eh. So you actually testified after that incident, yung kinikwento mo, yung na pinuturo sa iyo yung affidavit ni Garma. Okay, sabi ko, nag-testify ka sa Quadcom. Sabi niya, yes. Nagsinungaling ka ba? May sinabi ka ba doon na hindi totoo na resulta ng pag-pressure sa iyo? Sinabi naman niya, no. Kung ano yung sinabi niya, pinaninindigan niya na totoo. So it was not about those paragraphs na pinakita sa kanya. So but then this is my point, no? Okay, ganito lang kasi dapat tayo mag-isip. We were not there eh. Tayo, Karen, ako, we were not there. So what are the two possibilities? Pwedeng totoong nangyari, pwedeng hindi totoong nangyari.
Pero ang totoo, talagang kinausap nila privately. Representative Abante
Inamin nila yun.
inamin niya.
Okay, pero siyempre may in-between yun kung ano naman yung pinag-usapan na baka naman hindi pinipilit. Doon lang muna tayo sa version ng witness na parang pinipilit siya. Okay. Kasi kung totoo yun, saan tatakbo yung taong subjected to that kind of pressure? Saan siya tatakbo? So pasalamat may Senado na pwede niyan takbuhan so that he can now air what really happened. Ngayon, ang next scenario, paano kung hindi totoo? Therefore, panagutin siya ngayon ng House. The House should now call him again. Kasi I even asked Grijaldo. Sabi ko, Colonel, you took your oath, no? Sabi niya, yes. Binasa ko tapos yung because I got the information that Congressman Abante denounced what he said as lies. Sabi ko, ito ang reaction po ni Congressman Abante that hindi totoo yung sinasabi mo ngayon sa aming harap. Pinaninindigan mo ba yan? Kaya mong panindigan yan? Sinabi ni Colonel Grijaldo sa akin, yes. So, that's it. So, I'm talking to an active police officer, ganyang kataas ang rank ko, and who would be man enough to also defend what he stated under oath in the Senate, even if he is questioned before the House.
So sa issue na to, mga idol, syempre hindi natin talaga alam, 'di ba? Kung ano yung totoo, no? So pero para sa isang pulis, mga idol, magsasalita ka ng ganun laban sa dalawang mabigat, no? Kongresista yung binabangga mo, mga idol, 'di ba? Yun yung parang pinaka-point doon, ba't niya sinabi yun? So ano yung para sa kanya? Ano mahihita niya, 'di ba? Ano yung kapalit, no? Sa sinabi niya na yun. So yun ang hindi natin alam kung ano yung totoo talaga, mga idol, 'di ba? Kaya nga sinabi ni Senator Coco Pimentel kung ano yung pwedeng maging niyan, maging kapalit sa sinabi niyang pag siya nagsisinungaling, mga idol, 'di ba? Pero kung totoo to, mga idol, 'di ba? Kung totoo to, pag ito totoo, mga idol, grabe yung dalawang kongresista na to, mga idol, 'di ba? Talagang nadawit yung pangalan nila sa gantong issue, mga idol.
Now, my question is, these hearings, they're in aid of legislation. That's the intention, right? It's supposed to help legislators make better laws. It's not meant for anybody to prosecute anybody. Both houses don't have that power. And yet, look at this witness, si Grijaldo. Now, you have Dan Fernandez, and I believe, I don't know if Representative Abante is with this, but they will file cases against Grijaldo. So eto at the end of the day, this is the Philippines. Ang congressman mas makapangyarihan, mas maraming pera. Kakasuhan ang police officer. Isipin mo yun, tumistigo ka na sa mababang kapulungan o sa Senado. Kung ayaw nila ang sinabi mo, kakasuhan ka pa. Problema pang inabot sa iyo, you'll have to hire a lawyer. Instead na nagtatrabaho ka, gagastos ka. And we know the influence of powerful people in this.
Ayun nga, mga idol, ayun nga yung problemang malala, 'di ba? Ikaw na yung nagtestigo, ikaw pa yung makakasuhan, 'di ba? Kasi nga, mga idol, ayun yung mahirap eh. Pag hindi mo talaga, alam mo yung napatunayan, yung sinabi mo, mga idol, 'di ba? Napakahirap, dalawang congressman yung kalaban mo, mga idol, di ba? Pero mas maganda yan, mga idol, pag yan napatunayan, di ba? Pag yan napatunayan, iyak tawa tong dalawang kongresista na to, si Congressman na Abante at si Congressman na Dan Fernandez, di ba?
Country with the courts. So
Mhm.
that's my question. Ano ang hangganan ng kapangyarihan, Senator, ng mga legislator sa mga testigo?
Mabuti na rin ngayon because mabuti na rin sa third venue na nila i-litigate whether Grijaldo was telling the truth or not. It's before a judge. Ganoon na lang. Kaysa sa actually ang one possible scenario or remedy for them, which I predict you will not like and many other people will not like, is for them to call again Grijaldo to appear before them. And then right there, doon nila
Oo.
i-picture
Yeah.
lagyan ko lang sa quotation marks, i-crucify yung tao.
Oo. And do you
Which
believe
would
that
be-
would be
which-
abusive?
Yeah, which will be more unfair, di ba? Because you now brought him to a house hostile to him. But if
Yeah.
you now sue him before the courts, I think mas neutral yun. Pero tama na rin yun. So ako rin kasi, kunyari ganito. Kunyari there is a lie thrown against me.
Oo.
Ano naman din ang reaction ko? Masyado naman ako magulang if I will use now a Senate committee to find a way to call that person before us. So I think a fairer, gawin ko na lang quotation marks ulit, a fairer way to react under the circumstances is to, you believe that your rights have been violated, yung reputation mo has been tarnished, file a case in court. At least lumabas, you go outside of your own house.
So yun mga idol, yun yung issue no ng panayam ni Miss Karen Davila dito kay Senador Coco Pimentel, mga idol. Ano ang masasabi nyo mga idol dito sa issue na to no sa ginawang pagbabatikos ni ng dalawang ng kongresista mga idol na si Congressman Abante at to si Congressman Dan Fernandez dito kay Coco Pimentel no sa pag-handle niya ng Senate hearing regarding war on drugs ni Pangulong Duterte mga idol. And ano naman ang masasabi nyo mga idol sa witness no na si General Grijalde dito sa isiniwalat niya mga idol na ginawang pag-utos no ng dalawang kongresista sa kanya na magsinungaling, di ba? So, yun mga idol, comment down below. So, right. Sa mga bago dyan mga idol, huwag niyo kalimutan mag-subscribe and lumalaki na yung channel natin mga idol. Sobrang maraming salamat. Ciao!